Okay, you guys, we're gonna review off this Chrysler 2014. We having a code that's reading P0300, which is a random misfire detected. So what we're gonna do, and we also got a throttle body control system that is detected. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the throttle body with the full intake. Also, we're gonna move each coil pack and spark plugs as well, and see can we stop the problem from the cranking, because it's cranking but it's cutting off. So we're gonna get into it. Give me 1 second. So all the bolts that are surrounded are 10 millimeters and 8 millimeters. Also got a couple of holes we got to remove as well. So we're gonna jump right into it. You guys can see me. It's okay. Give me 1 second here. Let me get the camera together. All right. Okay. So I think we got about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts to remove the intake. The intake bolts are not to be taken all the way out. You can leave them inside the intake so you won't lose them. By the way, it's a great day outside to be working if you're a mechanic. Nice, cool day. Not hot. Temperature, humidity is fair. So. And if you have any problems, any more details, you need to know anything about how to remove the intake on the Chrysler 300, any type of Dodge Chrysler, you can just check my bio in the link. Make sure you comment and subscribe. And just about got everything here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing you don't do. Let me stop right here. Do not unplug this plug from this system. This throttle control system is very sensitive. So once you unplug the plug without taking the battery loose, it loses all the data. And it'll make the car start running like it's misfiring as well. So, but this is our problem. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna take it off and clean it. We're gonna also change the spark plugs while we have it off. Okay. I got a couple more bolts here. Let me see. And we should be able to see if it's okay. It's a little loose. Let me see here. Okay. I think I got another bolt back there somewhere. Let's see. I might have an extra bolt back there somewhere. Let's have to check and see. That unplug. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to swing it around. I'm not going to take it all the way off because I don't want to unplug this throttle body control unit just yet. So I'm going to swing it around, get it away from the intake body, and we're going to take a rag and put it right here. I'll be right back with you. We don't have a rag, so what I'm gonna do is, I don't have a rag right now, so what I'm gonna do is take a couple of these paper cloths and put it down so we don't nail, then fall inside the hole while we working on it. We got that down nice and neat. You can just take a little ratchet or whatever, something just lay on top of it. So therefore you ain't have to worry about it sliding of any kind. So you can get to the other spark plugs that's located right here on the other side. So we're gonna go ahead and remove them. Disconnect the plugs. You can disconnect them one at a time if you like. But I always suggest just go down the line, just disconnect them. So once you remove the bolts, you can just get all of them to come right on up. So, and them are 10 millimeters as well to remove the spark plug bolts and the car packs. To remove the spark plug itself, it's a 5/8 millimeter. Bolt's kind of a little tight there. I like to prefer to use my little small little ratchet than my big ratchet. It's just something I like to do. Most people like to use a 3/4 or 1/2 inch. It doesn't matter. But I just like to use my small ratchet because it's hand palm fitted. Get more strength. And then when you take the bolts out, make sure you put the bolts on the same side that you're removing them from. So therefore you won't have no problem losing none of your bolts of any kind, getting in the way of anything. Trust me, it's gonna be hard to find these bolts once you lose one. You just can't go to a parts store and grab it. You gotta go to something like a hardware. This one leaking oil. So oil down in that cylinder. Right. From what I see at this point, we also have 3 bad coils, as well as the spark plug that I took out a little bit earlier. I'm gonna let you guys see. They was burning real, getting a lot of gas excess, so they are no good. And this is how you can just about tell when you got a bad car. You see how limp that is? It's all bending. It's supposed to be straight, more sturdier. It's swollen, got oil getting inside of it, so this car right here is gonna be no good. It's not good for use. So. I'm gonna remove the spark plugs now, see what they look like. And on the spark plugs, I'm using a 1/2 inch with a 3/8 extension. Yeah, them spark plugs there is no good as well. Seems like we're gonna have to put a valve cover on this. It's gonna need a valve cover on this side because it's getting oil down in the chambers. So, that's not a good sign. You don't want oil to get on the spark plugs because that'll foul it out pretty quickly. Also would foul out the coil itself. definitely get some oil down in there. So we're gonna need a valve cover on this side. Once you remove the spark plug, always put the coil pack back inside the hole so you don't have nothing to drop down in it. Once you remove the spark plug, put the coil pack back in the hole. Okay. So the customer was complaining about the car wasn't cranked. It'll crank up and run. It was running sluggish. So from what I see right now, I see we have a little bit more issue than they expected. We have oil getting on side the spark plugs, hose, housing. So she's gonna need a valve cover gasket as well. New spark plugs and coil. And she might need that throttle control unit. So I'm gonna take a short break here. And come back at you guys.